I am in therapy.
I am in therapy.
I am in therapy.
I'm in therapy.
I'm in therapy.
I'm in therapy.
I am in therapy.
All right, let's talk about trauma.
Are we trauma dumping?
Let's dive right into it.
What if we started like this? What if we all talk about maybe when we started therapy, how many therapists we've seen probably, and then can we end it with something that we're grateful for?
Sure, I love that.
My name's Franco. I've been in therapy for about a year and a half. I'm grateful to just be a better communicator just because of it. You know, just able to talk properly, not just throwing my emotions out.
I've been in therapy since 2019, which would be sophomore year for me in high school. I've actually only had one, and I feel really, really lucky for that. But my dad is a therapist, and my mom is like a counselor, and so they were able to find me a therapist in sophomore year.
I was a little suspicious because like, oh, his parents are therapists. As a natural young man, you're rebellious against your parents. That would already make me not like therapy at all.
I've been going to therapy for about 4 years now. I think the beautiful thing about therapy is like you have the option to choose what's best suited for you. You shouldn't just like give up on it. And right now I'm currently working with a therapist. We talk every Wednesday and it's been like phenomenal. We've been with each other for almost a year now, and I love it.
I'm Cameron. I've been doing therapy for about 2 years. I went through two. One was a school therapist, and so I found another therapist outside of school, and he's been fantastic, so I've been working with him for about 2 years.
I'm Marcus. I've been going to therapy now officially, I'd say a little over 9 months, so it's still new-ish.
It's an easy excuse for a mole to be like, I've only been in therapy for not that long, so I might not have all the terminology or the ability and the skills to express myself and have the conversation.
I'm Veth, and I've been in therapy for 6 months now. I'm on my first therapist, and things have been going great. The thing that I was looking for was a gay man of color, just because they have that, they just understand the culture and kind of what we've all been through.
I'm Gerardo. I started therapy probably when I was in middle school, but it was very on and off. And I guess what I've struggled with is just, like you guys said, I think finding someone who could resonate with your life path is really what I'm looking for. And I think with my current therapist, you also have to put in the work and be honest. Like, I think that's a key thing too. Like, you can't, if you lie to your therapist, they can't help you. I'm realizing that part of it is putting in the work myself and being able to be honest with my therapist. And at first, we weren't really vibing, but we're starting to get each other now.
Hey good humans, it's John. We want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this portion of today's video. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, all you need to do is answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable. Whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call, you can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you. More scheduling flexibility and a more affordable price. Check out the link in the description below and get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/jubileemedia. That's betterhelp.com/jubileemedia. Thanks again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this episode. Now let's get back to the video.
Finding out that he has family that is in the therapy profession, I was like, that's a little convenient.
I came in here and I was like, all right, there's probably two strategies. If I was the mole, I would be either leading the conversation or really quiet. I'd probably do what he's doing if I was the mole.
We actually have a tie.
Oh boy.
The tie is between Veth and Cirrus.
I started therapy to help me work through some traumatic experiences that I went through in early high school. I believe the type of therapy that my therapist specializes in is called narrative therapy. He has me kind of walk through my experiences that I went through And then he helps me like shift my perspective on them away from, wow, this was this horrible thing that happened to me, specifically with dealing with things that happened in early high school. And I've been seeing him for 2.5 years, so.
So since starting therapy, I've learned a bunch of different coping mechanisms. One of the things that brought me into therapy was abusing alcohol. And I'm going through kind of just the very beginning stages of learning different mental disorders like ADHD and starting to work with psychiatrists and everything.
Sorry, buddy.
Good luck.
Sorry, man.
I guess we could talk about like reasons that we went into therapy. So around 2016, there was a motorcycle accident that took the life of one of my closest friends from the Marine Corps. Obviously, with the military, that's prolonged use of alcohol, so like that's never an easy thing to deal with. I was like, okay, if I don't get help now, I'm about to self-sabotage and literally, like, we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah, so I went about 2 years ago. I started going. It started off with like I got out of a relationship that was pretty. It shouldn't have been really brutal, but it really was brutal on me. And then I realized that all the relationships around me were the same as that, and so they're all hollow. And so I realized I was looking at other people to get value from them.
As men too, I don't know how you guys feel, but it's kind of taught that we're not supposed to feel, and then we learn how to suppress our emotions. I always thought I was a people pleaser, but I know I've also hurt people. I have a substance abuse problem, and I like to say hurt people, but healed people, heal people.
He sounded so scripted, not saying that what he says wasn't genuine, but it just sounded so rehearsed that I was like, okay, that might be something.
No, I definitely agree with you, you know, especially like in the Black culture, you know, it's a stigma for us to just even talk about like our emotions. Like we mask a lot of our emotions in humor because that's just how like we talk about stuff. But
Absolutely.
you know, especially myself being military, it's like I got like 3 whammies against me. It's like military, Black, man, yeah, we need to talk about the stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
He seemed too animated. Like maybe he was trying to convince me that he's not the mole.
Damn, guys, you did me dirty. That's okay, it's okay. All love, all love.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game, raise your hand.
Statistic, right?
Yeah.
Going back to the aspect of being a people pleaser, like at a certain point, I kind of lost what my identity was.
Bro.
And so I was just like, I would kind of blend into whatever anybody needed at that point in
You don't
time.
even see that.
Yeah.
It's so hard to
Yeah, and so I just wasn't processing that I wasn't looking after myself at all or what I wanted. Like I thought, oh, you know, got to get married, have kids, because that's what you do. And then I like asked myself, why do I want that? And it's like, oh, because my parents did that.
That could potentially be a strategy too, is kind of lost in the noise type attitude. So I was like, okay, if I was a mole, that could be easy to find a lie in there.
I feel you 100% on that. I'm in my 30s, haven't held a relationship down for X amount of time. It's like, and my parents never pressured me to get married or have children. I always put the pressure on myself. Never. So like even just trying to deal with that when therapy is like something to talk about right now.
I resonate so heavily with what you're saying about being whoever you need to be for the people around you. That's been the biggest thing for me lately, is figuring out how to put my own needs first. So hard. So
It's exhausting.
They become a pillar of your life, and then that pillar gets ripped out, and then you fall, you know?
Right.
I noticed as our therapy session was going along, he kind of pulled back.
Honestly, at that point, I was just grasping for straws. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Dang it. All right, boys.
Sorry, boss, man.
You're good, man.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you want to continue the game, raise your hand.
I really,
Was that a
I
raise?
think we got
I-
it.
I think you got it.
I guess I feel like we got the person out,
Okay.
but like
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like,
And I can let it go.
yeah.
I feel like I trust all of your stories and I relate to all your stories a lot.
Same.
All right, cool.
So we decided we're gonna end it?
Yeah, you can call it.
We're gonna end it.
If the lights turn green, that means that you have voted the mole out and you all win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. 3, 2, 1.
This is why I have trust issues.
I trust too easily.
Sometimes it's good to have trust issues. Go with your gut.
Will the mole reveal themselves in 3, 2, 1?
I know it.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Your poker face.
voted
is
him
sorry.
Your poker face is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. So almost everything I said was true. My whole story, everything. My parents are therapists. I have seen a therapist before.
My guess was that like once you said that your parents were therapists, that gave me sort of like a suspicion. I'm like, maybe he just knows certain terminologies because he
It
grew up in a
definitely
household.
helped. It definitely
It had
helped.
to.
Yeah,
It
and
had to.
I really appreciate all the conversations we had though. I felt like
No,
this was really awesome.
If we're gonna like, it's lighthearted, it's fun. If we're gonna take anything from this, is that like, you know what? Like men can be vulnerable and can share and like and not at one point in time that I feel judged or chastised for anything that I say.
Why do you think some men are still hesitant to go to therapy?
I'm a huge proponent for therapy for everyone. I think it's really important for a lot of people, and I think it is a really helpful resource. And I think we need to work to destigmatize it.
I'd say one last thing.
Absolutely.
Real quick, because I feel like I have a responsibility to use this platform, and I also, with the story I was telling you about with the gentleman that died in the motorcycle accident, I actually keep a bracelet with his name on here. His name's Lance Corporal Malik Andre Baxter. So I gotta, take this time to send my love to his family and to all the people in my old unit who have either taken their lives or have lost their lives through unfortunate circumstances. So this is for you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh no! That should have been me!
Enjoy your blood money.
I feel like that's not your first time doing that.
Yeah, it'll pay for my therapy.